All right, in this quick look, we're going to see how to use a reference image through Adobe Firefly tools inside of Photoshop. So here we have a model, and what I want to do is turn her into a baker. So there's a couple of steps we're going to do before we get to reference image. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the background. So in the contextual taskbar, I'm just going to click remove background. And this should be pretty easy since this background is so basic. And there we go. So you can see it's created a mask to remove the background. So I can always disable that mask if I want to. It's completely non-destructive editing. And now I can generate a new background if I wish. So I'm going to say a cozy kitchen interior, right? And generate. We'll wait for that to create some variations for us. Okay, so we've got 3 variations here. And of course, we could always use a stock image as well. I think I'm going to go with this one because this one has plants, which I like. And now I want to go ahead and put something in our hand. So let's choose the rectangular marquee tool here. And in our hand, let's make a little cake. So generative fill. And we're going to say a small pink cake. Generate. And of course, we're just doing preparation for our topic for today. Well, this one's probably the best. It's flat on our hand, whereas the first one is floating. So we'll choose that one. All right. So now what we need to do is use that reference image. Now we can use that in a number of different ways, but no matter what, we have to first make a selection. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I'm going to use my selection brush tool right here. It's grouped within the lasso tool and so on. And zoom in a little bit because I want to select pretty much all of Jenny here. So let's go ahead and just make a rough selection. Making sure to get all the clothes in. Okay, so that's pretty good. And of course, we can make our brush smaller or larger with our square brackets here. And I can hold down the Option or Alt modifier key and remove certain things like our hand here and our finger. And then just kind of put that back in. Yeah, so it's a rough selection that we got going on, and that's okay. And now, if we choose generative fill from our contextual taskbar, notice we are using Firefly Fill and Expand, but you can always choose partner models as well. And right here is choose a reference image. So I'm going to click this, and I can upload an image to reference. So choose image. And I've opened up my reference image here. It's a apron, red apron. And I'm going to have reference to the object. So it removes the background and just refers to the object. And the intent is to swap out the selected area. So you can also choose place into selected area as well. And once that's done, all we got to do is hit generate. And it's going to use that selection I've made and the reference image in order to sort of swap these things out in a semi-intelligent way. So we can see 3 variations are being produced, as usual with Firefly. And that one's not super great right there, is it? Um, let's try the other two. Eee, they're all a bit weird. Well, let's try again. I'm going to disable that. And let's make a new selection here. And maybe I'll just make a really rough selection. So I'll make my brush really big and just really get in there. Because it looks like it was maybe trying a little too hard to preserve certain things last time. All right, nice rough selection. Once again, we'll do generative fill and choose a reference image. And I'm choosing that same reference image here with the same settings. And let's generate. Hopefully it does a better job this time. And yeah, more or less. So it's removed her arm and put her arm behind her back in this one. In this one here, she has her arm by her side. And again, in this one by her side as well. So that's pretty good. Unfortunately, it removed her shirt in all 3 instances. And that's probably not the way most people spend time in the kitchen, but you know, Jenny's going to do what Jenny's going to do. So, all right. And that is reference image inside of Photoshop.